So suppose if somebody is telling your technology with full form, you can't understand. Okay? So the purpose of this workshop is to make you aware of the technologies behind, at least you try to understand the terminology. So to understand everything, you have to first understand mathematics. Okay? Mathematics. Mathematics means what? Numbers. Suppose there are how many laptops here? How do you count it? You require some number 1, 2. Have you heard about -2? Do you know -2? What is the difference between +2 and -2? Can anybody can tell? Okay, listen. Suppose you have borrowed 1,000 rupees or 1 lakh. You assume 1 lakh you have went to bank, took a loan of 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh rupees you took the loan from a bank. And also you have also asked, daddy I want to pay, or parents you have asked 1 lakh rupee to pay the fees at college. What is the between the difference? You have 1 lakh rupee one pocket, one friend is took the money from bank, another is from parents. What is the difference between that person 1 lakh and another person 1 lakh? Can anybody guess? Huh? Two friends went, both are having 1 lakh, one friend has brought from bank through loan, another is their parents has given 1 lakh. What is the difference between these two? Both are having exactly 1 lakh. Can anybody guess? The person who took the loan, he get the job and he got first salary 1 lakh. Then what he will do? No, you for time being there is no interest. So he has returned that 1 lakh. Then that day is, what is his money? So that means the 1 lakh what it is having is minus 1 lakh. Whether he will return 1 lakh to parents? So that is plus 1 lakh. Yes or no? From bank he is getting that 1 lakh is what? That's why it is been written in your bank statement, this much money is debited, credited, plus or minus it is telling. Okay? Is it clear? So plus means this direction, minus means this direction. What is the angle between these two directions? Very good. Minus means how much angle? 180. Okay? Suppose I take a 4 on this point. Again I will come back to same 4. Suppose I am here. If I circulate, come again here. So many times if I do and come it, every time it is 4. 4 with respect to angle, how much I can see? 4 is the magnitude. Angle is how much? 360. Multiples of 360. N into 2 pi. N can be integer. 1, 2 pi, 2, 2 pi. 2 times I can revolve, 3 times, 4 times, n into 2 pi. Similarly, negative number means odd multiples of pi. Odd multiples of pi. Only I can result. Even multiple means again I go to positive side. Okay? Now, we will understand one more number. You know square root. You say square root. Why it is called square root? Why can't it is called top root? What do you mean by square root? You have a square. Listen, you have a square. Suppose you divide it into 16 parts. You took a square, you have divided a square into 16 equal parts in the shape of square. Okay? Then what is the root means what is the one side contains how many squares? So that is the 4. What is the square root of 25? If you take 25 squares fitted into one big square, what is the one length side? What is that value? Then what is the square root of 16? what actually you will study in book? How much? How much you will study? Sir, as a student. Okay. He answered correctly. How much? But how that plus or minus, where did it come? That is my question. See, I told 4, what is the square root of 4? Answer, what is square root of 4? 2 or plus minus 2? How does plus minus came? So I will explain. See, I told 4 means n into 2 pi, angle is there. Magnitude square root 4 means I will put a square and I will divide it into 4 equal parts. Then what is the length? One side, how many square units are there? How many squares are in one side? 2. So I will write. Now angle. Angle means what is the positive number plus 4? Plus 4 means what is the angle? N into 2 pi. Square root means power is half, means you have to make that angle into multiply with a half. Multiply it with a half. Half means 2 pi, n into 2 pi by 2. N into 2 pi by 2. When n is equal to 1. N is equal to, when 2 pi by 2, how much? Then where it is the pi means what is the sign? Sign. Negative na 180. Pi means 180. 180 means sign what? Minus. Suppose n into 2 pi by 2. If n is 2, then 2 pi means what is the sign? Again n is 3. Then negative. So alternatively plus minus. That's why suppose if I say minus 2 whole square. Minus 2 whole square. So you take 2 into 2, 4. Then minus whole square means power is 2. Minus means pi. 2 means you have to make another pi. You add it in multiply with 2. Pi into 2. How much? 2 pi. 2 pi means what? Plus or minus? Suppose minus 2 whole cube. Whole cube. Pi, minus means pi. Cube means into 3. 3 pi means where? So minus 3 whole cube is how much? Minus 9. You understood? Now very simple question. Please listen. I explained you. Is it understood? I am teaching only numbers. First you have to understand this. Now I am asking what is square root of minus 1? I means what? What that mean by imaginary? Imaginary means what? So Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man is Spider-Man really is there? Is imaginary. Same imaginary. Number is also minus 1 is also imaginary. What is that? So what I will tell, again I will do. 1 square root is 1. You know that. You have a 1 square. You don't have any. You have not divided anything. So you will get 1 unit, 1 you wrote. Minus power half means, minus means pi. Into half means y. How much angle? Pi by 2. So what I said, initially you know positive numbers and negative numbers. Positive and negative is also what? Your mental perception. You have taken. So bank has said all the loans whoever taken before 2023, all loans will be need not to pay. If suppose they say the government passes order, then your loan will become, your minus 1 lakh will become. So minus means our mental perception. Whether we should return back that money or not. If you don't want to return, you are positive, you are happy. Based on this plus and minus, one movie has came recently. What is that movie? Based on this plus minus, one movie has came. Again I will give hint. The hero is Mahesh Babu. Sarkaru Vadipata. His father took the loan. We took the loan. The bank manager comes and the manager doesn't want to cancel that loan. Na? They want to stick about minus only. If they make it positive, huh? Are you getting? So plus minus is our what? Number is only, see, 1 lakh if we take, it is written is plus 1 lakh or minus 1 lakh on that rupee it is there. Money wise it is same. Plus minus is our mental perception. Okay? Same way, that much only we can feel it. Daily we can do that. But if I put it, come to pi by 2 minus 1 square root, I will put it into 90 degree. Then I will put it in a 90 degree. That I cannot feel directly. So that's why mathematicians said, just imagine that it is there is a line, you assume. So that's why you write a one line here, you call that is imaginary axis. You call that is imaginary axis, we call it is I. You got it? So any angle, what really you can feel is how much? Pi or 2 pi. That much you can feel. All other angles are, you have to imagine. Please understand. Whether pi, it is negative, it is 2 pi, it is positive. Okay? This much only you can feel it. Okay. Okay. Now, just I told you, noise reduction phone. A noise is coming. What are the frequencies? I want to make a noise reduction phone. I should know what are the frequencies are there in the noise. To understand what kind of frequencies are there, I have the noise signal. It is a time signal. With time microphone, you have a signal. You have measured the signal. That is the f of t. F of t. What are the frequencies are there in that noise? That frequencies you have to obtain using Fourier transform. But that Fourier transform you will give a f of omega is a complex. Why it is complex? What does it mean? That you can easily understand the kind of concept what I am giving. Okay? We will see that. What is Fourier transform?